Hey, what up, YouTube? How's everyone doing? This is MTG Mox, man. Thanks a lot for tuning in with me today. For those who are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Glad to have you join on board. So let's talk Magic, guys. Let's talk MTG. Let's talk Mox Amber. It's like a running track with me. As you guys know, it seems to be, every once in a while, but stuff keeps happening. So today alone, which is the 23rd of October 2019. Let's date myself. We had Mox Amber early this morning around 6 a.m. start at around $24 US. Still doing very well over the last month and a half. Emery is picking the deck up. But then we had the announcement, two announcements. One, nobody banned Mox Opal. It did not get banned. So the fact it didn't get banned keeps the demand for Mox Amber high for the Emery deck, the Urza deck, some decks to play with it. But then they go ahead and they announce that new format, Pioneer, which is same kind of format as Commander, just doesn't quite go as far back. It'll be interesting to see how they support it and what they do going forward. But again, because it goes back to that point up until now, that draws a whole new cycle of people who need cards, without drawing out of their decks, they need another set of Mox Amber to do a decent deck. And there's just none available, people. There's none frickin' available. None. None. It is what it is. It's done, people. For those of you guys who did not buy some, it is tough for you. I am sorry to be the bearer of bad news and to ruin your lives and make yourself stressful with like Robbie the Robot and Shaun of the Dead. Like, I feel you. But at the same time, guys, it's not as if this channel hasn't been warning people about certain cards. If it crashes, we win because we can buy more. If it stays expensive, we win because our cards are worth a lot of money. It's a win-win. Now, Vasily Finance had asked the question up on my board. Is a big with Pioneer? Yes, Pioneer is going to drive demand higher. Most of us do not like having to cycle through different decks and rotate cards every time we play between our decks and formats. We like to have a series of decks built. Like if I open up a box here, I got you can't see. I got multiple decks lined up ready for use. I don't go and cycle out a bunch of cards I need from any particular deck. I don't know, what do I got here? Oh, this is just cards. I don't go through all my decks and cycle it, though. I have multiple decks, to play my formats. And I keep those with me at all times. Because I hate rotating. That's why I still have like 40 Ugins. Because I got 4 decks that play with Ugin. That's 16 right there. I got a couple Commander decks that have an Ugin. There's like 5, 6 more there. Then I've got some Legacy decks that have 4 Ugins. Well, now we're at 30. It just goes on and on. But people didn't expect Mox Amber to do this. So I told you earlier in this video, we were at 24 bucks. Kudos to us. Way to go. Way to go, Mox Amber. Yay, yay. Today, it jumped up to $28. Another 16%. And it's been going up and down, but that's another 16% increase. It is back to its new high again. And you're just sitting there going, damn, pitter patter, better get at her. Think about that, guys. It went up $4, about $3.67 today, I think. And my local LGS don't have any. It's just done. They're all on wish lists. Do you want? And I'm always hitting that wish list because I want to see when they come in to see what the price is at. My local LGS has them for $34.99 Canadian and $69.99 for a foil. And if you guys remember, I picked up a play set for my local LGS face-to-face games, and I only paid $29.99 a week before the price shot up because I had a feeling. And my gut is not wrong. That's a fact. It is not leading me wrong all this time. It's still not leading me wrong. And even if it does, it's because it wants pizza. It's fine. So let's look at that. If we look at that as a total sum of how cards can go up and down, this card is continuing to climb, and it's because right now Pioneer and because Mox Opal didn't get banned. But Vasily Finance's question was, do you think we will see, the second part was, will we see a reprint? Okay, no. That's the short answer. No, not now. Generally, Okay, generally speaking, I've been following Moxes for a while. The reprint for like Mox Opal, it was a mythic, and for it to go into a new set, it waited about 5 years, and then they put it into a Master Series set. So it could come around to a Master Series set. This is 2018 when this set came out, or 2019. It should have to wait another 3 to 4 years to come back into rotation with some kind of specialty set. Now that said, they usually don't see people do mass buyouts of this card this early. And there hasn't been a modern day buyout. Or has there? Most people don't watch my channel, guys. Sorry, there's a card sitting here. Let's face it, I got like 56 of you guys who are loyal to me and watch my videos, and I thank you for that. Paz Brown, Vasily Finance, Andrew L., some of my guys who've been around a long time, new guys like Downs, you guys are awesome. I appreciate all of you for joining my channel and taking this journey with me. If you're new to the channel, kudos to you, because I do kind of tell people things that I'm thinking. And normally I don't tell anybody anything. I just go and do my thing, and I seem to come out ahead. All right, I'm no Rudy from Alpha Investments. I'm not even Magic Historian or any of those guys. I'm not even that high up on the food chain. I'm a pretty small minnow in that ocean of Magic. I'm one of those guys who got lucky. I had cards at the beginning because I kept them from high school, and it's how it worked out. But I missed out on Mox Diamond and Chrome Mox. When this Mox came around, I said, I'm not letting this one go. And I linked up with another person on this channel with me. We comparing notes, as it were. And I had somebody else try to tell me on MTG Goldfish, you can go back and look at the post, where he said there's something like a million something of this card. That's BS. There's not a million. There's an average of 2 per case. 2.5. So some cases have 2, some might have 3 in a case, because of the amount of mythics they made for that set. Think about how many cases. What is it, like 50 cases a pallet, right? So you're talking 20 Moxes a pallet. 40 Moxes a pallet. Who cares? Let's up the numbers for sake. Plus the odd foil. North America doesn't have no 100 million copies, or 1 million copies, or even 100,000 copies. 60 to 80,000 copies. 60 to 80,000 for North America. I mean, UK and stuff I don't include, but English copies for here in Canada and the US. Somewhere around 60,000 copies, right? Let's say 80. Let's say 100,000. Millions of players, right? So now let's take other editions and stuff, right? And they didn't really do a reprint of it. So let's just say there's 500,000 copies. Let's go halfway to what that number they say is. Do you see many on eBay, guys? Do you see many on TCG Player? No, the players that have them are holding them, which is forcing the price to go up. There's certain people of us who have a lot of them and have no intention of selling. So it drives the price up, which is good for everybody else. Not for those of us who are holding, but good for everyone else. Makes me feel good. But there's none available. So will we see a reprint earlier? If the market completely dries up, Wizards will be forced to do something. They can't let a card that's in demand be totally zeroed out. Then again, Wizards sometimes just doesn't give a flying beep about what players think. They can ignore the requests. They can ignore the cries and let it sit there for a few years. And if that's the case, this card is going to $120. It just is. You're going to see foils at like 200. It could get ridiculous if the demand keeps shooting up, guys, and there's nobody there to fill the need. If people aren't turning their cards in to sell, to move on to another card, they're hoarding it, saying, no, I need at least a playset, then there's none available for people. If there's none available, nobody's getting it. If nobody gets any, the price goes up. If they don't reprint, the price goes up even higher. Think about Ugin. He's only come back in Master Series. It's like an $80 card, right? Let's just assume, let's have some fun with some numbers here. Let's assume it gets reprinted in 2022. Okay, that's 4 years. So 2022, they're going to do a Master Series set. That is 3 more years. Well, 2.5. We're near the end of 2019. 2 more years of new players coming in, new decks being created, new desires being wanted. And you can't get the card. Or you can if you're paying the right price. On eBay, I expect the price to go up in the next couple of days. People are going to tick it up again. Some people, like Good Seller, already raised their prices, but there are other people who will raise their prices up. Dan Bach and stuff too, I think they'll raise up a little bit. And people are going to have to pay the price or not use the card. Create a proxy maybe, which you can't use in tournaments. And you want 4. So you need a playset. So for those of us who have it, great for us. It is. Like you hear me. It's great. Because it works out well for us. But for those who want it, because of Pioneer just being announced, people want that card. Modern, that deck is rocking. And I've used it successfully many times in a Legacy deck. With Mox Opal, Chrome Mox, Bejeweled, and a couple others just to get 0 casting cost stuff out really fast. And cycle it through for infinite mana. There's lots of ways, guys. So, you can almost go manless deck it. Trust me, I'm working on that. So, keep it in mind, guys. It is awesome. And people just don't realize it. People don't follow me. People have no clue. Right? There's just people going, wow, this card's really going up. Like, I'm surprised at some of my, look at some of the LGSs, it's not on any of their hot lists to buy. Right? They just don't have any in stock. And you can see, it's like, that's going to hit their list soon. And by the way, even my local LGS, they raised their buy list again. So now instead of $15, they're offering $17 cash or $21.25 in trade for a Mox Amber. And they're selling for $34. So they're marking about a 40% increase. And they're not getting any. That tells you the buy list is not high enough for us to sell. Hilarious. Just thought I would share this with you guys. Just thought I would say this is one of those situations where I just want to say, ha, 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 ha. What's that? Do I smell victory? That's right. Called it, got the t-shirt. Feeling good about it. For those of you who join me on this journey, you know you're all feeling good about it too. Even if you just managed to get a playset or two when they're like $10, you're like, oh my God. Just an example. Oh man, thank God I got my playset at 4. Because, you know, if I didn't listen, man, instead of that $40 you spent, it would have been $130. Remember that. More than doubled in price in 20 days. That is a serious markup in profit. Right? That's a lot of money. If you sold them all in one, if you can get top dollar and sell them all out, man, we're talking a lot of money, guys. I'll be honest, that's a lot of money. But that doesn't always happen. And just remember, there are other cards that are starting to creep up. And I warn people about this. It is starting to tick up. People have not forgotten. I saw a couple of listings, and I've noticed the price ticked up 30 cents, 40 cents. Imagine that slow uptick over the next year. Just keep it in mind. Anyway, this is MTG Mox, man. Thank you so much for joining the journey. And by the way, for those of you who are still watching the video this late in the video, I am on Patreon. I started an account. I just don't have anybody who supports me. So I keep doing the videos now anyway. I try to make time for them wherever I can. I try to keep pretty consistent. But yeah, I'm still using my phone. I don't have any money to just jump out and buy decent equipment, like green screens and stuff. I don't have it. Yeah, sure, guys. If I get to hundreds of subscribers and I get closer to that monetization thing, yeah, I'll totally go out and do it. But nobody's paying to see me on Patreon, guys. I put stuff out there thinking I was going to be some YouTube star. And now I've settled for the fact that those of you who follow me are the ones that are worth doing it for, regardless of what happens. You're the loyal few. And that makes you special. And it makes me feel special. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in to this MTG Mox, man. Have a great one, guys. Remember, Mox Amber rocks. Finger. Turning it off. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.